Hey, everybody. Today is March 31st, 2026, and you're listening to the While We Still Can podcast, where we talk about Missouri news, national news, our favorite conspiracy theory that's no longer a conspiracy,
Just a
and
conspiracy.
anything we want to talk about. And Tina's here. I'm Lisa.
I'm
and
Tina.
We're here to hash it out.
We are. Just want to point out tomorrow is April Fool's Day,
It is.
but my life is a joke every day. So
Every damn day.
Well, we live in America. Missouri at that. The show me what not to do state.
Show me what not to do.
At least we're like first at losing. You know, like at least we're the first at being the worst. You're mute.
Thanks.
There you go. Mm-hmm. You're mute.
Thank you.
But yes, but Lisa actually is so positive, and she's gonna start off the show with like she dug into the depths of the internet and found like some positive stuff about Missouri. So
yeah, in fairness, this thing didn't take too long to find. So here in Missouri, back on the home front, it is a Republican supermajority. We've lived with this for years and years.
Well, they just gerrymandered the fuck out of us too, and our Supreme Court did let it fly, but keep going.
There is news, though. U.S. Representative Sam Graves, Republican, announced he will not seek re-election to a 14th term. 14 terms. It's a long time. Retiring from his seat representing Missouri's 6th congressional district, the longtime Republican, age 62, cited a desire to pass the torch to the next generation. Okay. I think when you're in a position where you're getting wildly wealthy, you're not going to pass the torch to the new generation unless you have to. So I guess we'll see what that amounts to. But
so term limit. So
yeah,
what are the term limits for federal?
I don't know that there really are any. But it says that he's been representing, they call it the Safe GOP Northern Missouri District since 2001. So his district is like the whole upper tier of Missouri. And we'll see what happens with the primary to fill this Republican candidate spot. And yes, there is a Democratic candidate.
Why don't we have term limits? I'm sorry. I thought we did for something, but just the president, I guess. Sam Graves, okay, we are not even going to call him a state representative because he was like representing himself, not the state.
Well, he hasn't done a town hall for a long time. And, people just keep voting for the same thing.
Well,
Okay,
I was go ahead.
So regarding the election, it says that Republican candidates, including Nathan Hall Willett, he's of Kansas City, Chris Steigel of Holt, Jim Ingren of Kansas City. Who else do we have here? On the Democratic side, we've got Matt Levine of Kansas City, Josh Smead of Liberty, Scott Pondelik of Kansas City. And so hopefully we can learn more about especially the Democratic candidates for that race as time goes by.
Speaking of races, I was talking to our friend Becky today, and who we did the interview with, Becky Kroll, who's running for the Cole County 59th district. And I was looking up her opponents, and she is the only Dem running in that district.
Okay.
And it was crazy because I was in Chat GPT and I was plugging in her opponents on the Republican side, whoever wins that primary or whatever, uh, you know, asking about them, and one of them is a very MAGA guy, like, literally has it in his slogan, and the
Yeah.
other 2 aren't much to call home about. But I asked ChatGPT, if you were a Missourian, or if you were running against this set of people here, what would you have your slogan be?
Oh, hey,
And
what did it say?
it said common sense.
Okay, that's fair.
And I feel like that is exactly what Becky embodies. So sorry, I
Yeah,
got on a squirrel rant there. But
yeah,
so yeah, Sam Graves, we will definitely, when we get a little closer to the election, we should totally do a ballot rundown.
absolutely, absolutely.
Um, but I was looking, and record number of lawmakers retiring from Congress ahead of midterms. On Friday, Republican Congressman Sam Graves, okay, he was the 36th, the 36th Republican and 57th House member to announce plans not to seek reelection,
Mhm.
saying it was time to pass the torch. Oh,
Yeah,
he must have heard you, Lisa.
yeah, yeah,
I'm like, you're 60 fucking two. Shut the fuck up. No, you're old. You're retiring. Shut up.
yeah. Well, it's just that, like, when you've got people like Charles Grassley, you've got people like, Dianne Feinstein, um, they're clinging to this job with
Mitch
every
McConnell.
Mitch
He
McConnell,
can't. He can't even go
dude,
up steps. Like, we don't let him around steps anymore. He can't have a
right.
rug in his house. Like,
So it's very unusual if it's that, and honestly, it's because it's lucrative, right? It doesn't matter what side of the aisle you're on. When you get to that where they're at in life, they're making a lot of money. It's
and
just the way it is.
we got rid of all of
Yeah,
the guardrails and rules
right.
against lobbying and, taking money from corporations and all of the
Mhm.
things. And Citizens United, we beat the dead
Mhm.
horse. I'll find a horse anywhere. Okay. I'll
Well,
find a
and
horse.
on that note, I would encourage people to go and read some things that are coming out right now about some of the trades that people in the Trump orbit, like Eric Trump, Don Jr., look at the cabinet people, look at Hegseth, and see if you can read about the trades that they've made in the market that have coincided with events during this new Iran conflict.
Yeah, the military industrial complex is
Yeah.
the largest freaking business besides fucking human trafficking.
And I'm not
So
saying that's new for them being people in Congress and people in Senate to do things like that. However, um, I think it's especially egregious to do it so blatantly
it's the
and
blatancy, like, they're
and
not hiding it. They're daring us to do something, and no one's fucking doing
yeah.
anything,
And
Lisa. No one's doing
while,
anything.
the folks in our military are at risk of being harmed while they get rich, which again, not new, but it's
It's
just
not
anyway.
new. It's
Yeah.
just it's another layer of, I've noticed in the past 10 years since Donald Trump
Yeah.
has been on the scene, it has been okay to be the worst version of yourself.
You know what this reminds me of? There's if any of you read Malcolm Gladwell, he has this piece in one of his books about um there was a and again, I'm just doing this off the top of my head, so I don't remember names. But the point of the thing is that you have these some ethical people that wind up in Florida where apparently the environment in certain circles is just extremely unethical. And they become unethical because that's just the way it is. And then it just makes me wonder if that's just kind of how Congress is, among some people.
Well, they keep getting away with it. And it is very
Yeah.
weird how selective they are on when they decide to do something. Like, not even regarding right versus left, like, just in general, like, that Menendez guy. Like, yes, he should definitely go to prison for making deals with other countries and having gold bars unaccounted for in his house, like, doing illegal shit. Yeah, yes. But, like, they're like the president of the United States is in the Epstein files a million times. Like I don't like what we're very selective here. So that's just strange to me, but yes, they're making an announcement, an executive order, some sort of chaos, and then you notice that they somehow invested all of their money in that stock right before they said it.
Yeah.
Just
Or
insider
sold.
trading, like
Or
fucking
sold it. Yeah.
or whatever. I don't even know. I don't have any money to do that shit anyways. But yeah. So just more illegal shit.
Back on the home front, regarding the referendum campaign, there's an article here in the Missouri Independent by Rudy Keller. Judge keeps Missouri's new congressional map in effect despite referendum campaign. And the nuts and bolts of this are that, yes, there are enough signatures, but they haven't been validated yet. So,
they're going forward with this new plan that should not have even happened anyways because Donald Trump tweeted it that we needed more seats. And so Mike Kehoe got on his knees, did his thing, and now we have this dumbass map that is a 7-to-1 ratio because it cut Kansas City in half and just fucked with everything. Not on a census year. We've talked about this a million times, but and then everybody's suing everybody. But now this next election season, the Supreme Court is now saying that we have to honor this map, even though we got all of these signatures and they did this illegally outside of our Constitution anyways. But details, they found some loophole essentially. But now we have to run the next election on this gerrymandered as fuck map. But we do get to vote on it.
Quote says, the action of signing a petition in and of itself does not create a sufficient interest for the purpose of standing, the judge wrote.
Oh my God, they're telling us what they're going to do with all of our initiative petitions going forward.
There are other legal standards that were not met by the plaintiffs. The issue is not ready for the courts, he wrote, because Hoskins has not ruled on whether there are or are not enough signatures to make the ballot.
Oh, so on purpose?
So that's where things stand, yeah. And it's not to say that it, I guess this means that there's probably not time. I think, hang on, let me look at this. Yeah. Under state law, local election authorities have until July 28th to finish checking the signatures, and Hoskins has a week after that deadline to determine if the petition has enough signatures to make the ballot. The primary election this year is August 4th, but ballots must be finalized by June 9th. So they're not going to make it. It's going to stand for this election. But you know what? Like, there's places around the country that have had gerrymandered areas that have been, the results of their elections were not what they expected. So I still think if we get out en masse and vote, we still might be really surprised. And I think there's a lot of Republicans that, used to be for this stuff that are really disgusted now. I mean, yes, it took them long enough, but on the other hand, welcome to the reality.
Well, people are it's okay, they've made it hard to survive, so it's hard to have any bandwidth for anything else but surviving. Like, and it's all by design. And so we really should try to have some whatever I want to call it.
I agree. I mean, yeah, absolutely. I welcome them into the circle. Wait, come on down.
But don't be racist and no pedophile shit.
Yeah. It feels like a low bar, but yeah, absolutely.
No, literally. We've talked about this a million times. Pedophiles, not pedophile. That's it. We can make everything else work, but that, no. Okay, sorry, I digress. Speaking of, okay, so we were talking about good things, right? Or did we?
We may be out.
Oh, okay.
There are only a couple to talk about.
Oh, no. No kings.
Oh, yeah. Let's talk about no kings.
It went splendid. Like, the weather, I've not
Mhm.
been at a rally where the weather has ever been like it was. So, I felt like that was a good sign.
Mhm.
There was probably 1,500 people in Jeff. Everything went
I wish
well.
everybody listening at home, I wish you could have heard Tina's chants. She was the chant leader, and she did a really good job.
Hey, there is something to be said for the kids at school that got the report cards that always said, "Good student, very loud, very much interrupting." Very so, everything comes full circle. You got to
Mhm.
use what you got. But
Right.
thank you, Lisa. Thanks for coming. And there were a lot of new faces there, and it was
Mhm.
very, very
I
good. Very
I
good.
noticed too that there are a lot more younger people
Yes. Yeah,
than
there
there have been in
was.
the past. Because in the past, there was maybe just a couple people that looked college age or younger, but there's a lot of people there, a lot of young people.
I think the organization that I've been working with, We Stand United, we've really amped up our social media team.
Yeah,
And so I think it's hitting a different range of people
I see.
than it was before because it was mostly Facebook and
Yeah, that's
yeah.
where the older people live.
Well, and if you weren't going and if you're not actively looking for it, it was not there in the beginning.
Yeah.
So, that's exactly what the organization we wanted to create was like, okay, we're making
Yeah.
it so freaking easy.
Mhm.
Okay, what's next? What do we got?
So what's going on with the ICE partnership in St. Charles County?
I didn't realize St. Charles was so like that. This is from Fox News, so you know it's real, Lisa. You know it's real. St. Charles County approves ICE partnership, sparks debate. Uh, let's see. The St. Charles County Council voted to move forward with a 287 task force agreement with U.S. Immigration Customs Enforcement on Tuesday. The new model allows designated local officers to exercise limited immigration enforcement authority while performing their routine duties. The agreement provides specialized training for a select number of officers. Okay, we know what kind of training those ICE people are getting. Okay, to determine the immigration status of individuals and handle detainers. While the partnership has faced community opposition, county leaders emphasize that the region has maintained longstanding collaborative relationships with other federal agencies, blah, blah, blah. Um, yeah. So, what that, okay, this is terrible, and I don't know what to do about it, but what I'm getting out of that article is do not sleep on your fucking city council seats.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
just made that decision. The
Mhm.
city council.
Yep. It all starts local.
So I know that everyone is feeling a little hopeless and stuff, but Joe Blow could have done that. Your weird pedo racist uncle could have just been like, I'm going to be on city council. And, he could be on there. Is there a buzzy now noise? Do you hear that? Static?
Uh,
Really? Yeah. So don't sleep on your city council
yeah.
seats. Okay.
Good advice.
Um, and I don't know if you see shit happening. I need you guys to organize in St. Charles that are, and find some ways to protect your friends there because there's going to be some willy nilly cops that are going to be like, ooh, put me in. I want to do that. They're going to have to want to do it because so then get your phone out, pay attention, watch, help your friends, warn them, protect
Yeah.
your friends. Um, what other trash are they doing? Missouri bill would require citizenship proof for food stamps, healthcare. Oh,
Yeah.
just to really drive home the humiliation,
Yeah.
ritual, and shame of being fucking poor.
Here's an article
God.
from KY3. It says that Republican Senator Rick Bratton of Lee Summit presented a
such a
bill to
turd.
Senate committee. It's in committee. The measure would prevent non-citizens from accessing government benefits. The bill is being considered by a Senate committee. If approved, the full Senate will debate it. It's still got a long way to go. It says, Bratton said, this will just bring us in line, making sure there are no people that are here illegally coming here and getting benefits when they're not eligible. I'm going to have to say I doubt that's a problem very often because I think there's a
Okay,
lot of
so
paperwork you got to go through to sign up for this stuff.
the
And would he trade places with them? I mean, come on.
okay, so
I don't believe this
ok
statement. I'd like to see him prove this. It says we have billions and billions of dollars being basically stolen from taxpayers going to illegal immigrants who have broke the law to be here and then to come here and receive benefits that taxpayers should be receiving. I would like to see him document, no pun intended,
hold on.
how there's that much waste, quote unquote.
I think I found the reason for Bratton doing this.
Okay.
Okay. The bill would expand verification through the Department of Homeland Security SAFE system and application redetermination and when status related changes are reported. So that's just another way for them to track these people. The Gestapo, that's
Okay.
what it is. It's a tracking thing here. It's to make sure we know where every, a Palantir vibe here.
I see.
So Christine Woody of Empower, Missouri said the bill would harm Missouri's vulnerable populations. Let's see. It's just going to create more red tape and bureaucracy and will impact every individual who's applying for these public benefits, not illegal, undocumented immigrants, Woody said. So really, it's just punishing poor people and illegal immigrants, like just all of them in one swoop. Just because it's not hard enough being poor.
Yeah, it says here, Woody went on to say, hysteria and the increased focus on immigration has really caused folks to try and implement these new complicated systems to prevent undocumented immigrants from receiving benefits when undocumented immigrants are already not eligible for these benefit programs.
Like, you guys are
Yeah.
literally only hurting yourselves.
I feel like there's better ways to spend that money and that energy.
I mean, I just want them to audit the Pentagon. Like, can
Oh,
we have
wow.
like a a
You can
little
find some money there.
sliver?
Yeah.
I know. Like, can we healthcare, not killing kids in other
Yeah.
countries, please? Like,
Well,
a
and
little bit.
again, I think you'd find a lot of, even people that were Republican that, thus far have been still willing to vote that way, that would say, I don't think it's fair that our tax dollars go to immigrants for anything. That would say, what now with this war, that it would be hypothetically we better spend our money on feeding someone than blowing up someone around the world.
Yeah, like killing kids in Gaza or like doing nukes. Doing nukes. But
Yeah.
sorry, we're not going global. We're staying local.
We're staying
no
local.
nukes here yet.
No nukes here.
Well, we don't have any hospitals to treat them. Okay, so nearly 30 rural, that's a hard word,
It is. It's tough.
rural Missouri hospitals are at risk of closing with 12 in immediate jeopardy. I love that. I love that
I
for
hate to hear
us.
that. And I just want to remind people that are in urban areas or suburban areas that, when you think your emergency room waiting room is packed now, wait till like everybody that used to go to these smaller hospitals is in your waiting room.
Well, people, okay, so I know that a lot of people, not our listeners, but maybe people they know that are like, well, that's not going to impact me. My
Right.
hospital is not closing. Oh no, honey.
Yeah.
If everybody else's hospital closed, they come into your hospital.
Yeah, I mean, we got to take care of people somehow. So,
And then your healthcare workers are burnt the fuck out.
amen to that.
Like, it sucks. Like, we could just, and then everybody has to drive to work because there's no hospitals for them to work at where they live. And then less people move to Missouri. And then we have no tax money because we're getting rid of income tax. Okay.
It is
My
hard to
bad.
get young people to stay when the options for healthcare, jobs, schools, when that stuff starts to be challenged and disintegrate, it's really tough to get your kids to stay around.
And also, like, half of the population is like women or people that carry children. So, like,
Yeah.
if your life doesn't matter while you're pregnant, then you don't really want to have a baby there. And then if you have a daughter, then you worry about her. And then,
Everybody needs access to decent healthcare, to good healthcare.
because the coding is the same for an abortion no matter what. It still has the word abortion in it, in the diagnosis code, Lisa.
You mean whether it's like an elective abortion or a medically necessary abortion?
Well, the coding is induced. But you can have an induced abortion even if you are already miscarrying. You know what I'm saying? So it's not all
when it's medically necessary.
And when you legislate things like broad, like the word abortion, if a diagnosis code contains that word in it, then doctors are scared.
Yeah.
Sorry, I did a lot of
as we all know, and we've known for a long time, this went beyond like what's medically appropriate a long, long time ago into just control and
a lot of control. Why are they so obsessed with me?
I wish I knew.
I mean, I am funny, but like, they need to start paying some of my bills if they're going to be doing all that shit.
If they want that kind of say in your life.
Right. Get out of my business.
Yeah.
Unless you pay my phone bill, get out. Because that shit's expensive. I thought it was supposed to be cheaper. On that note, I'm going to go eat some really expensive food, Lisa.
Okay.
But we're going to meet with Kevin this weekend. So I'm very excited. I'm very excited about that. Our friend Kevin Annett.
Coming down from Canada.
Yeah. Against all odds.
Yeah.
But yes, we'll keep you guys updated on that. We'll probably have Tony back on soon. I've been talking to a lot of people for different topic interviews. So
yeah, we're gonna have. I'm excited about the interviews. Those are fun.
Me too. Me too. And I actually just talked to another lady named Sherry who specializes in childhood trauma and abuse and teaches people about what's going on, largely with the Epstein files and everything is really a silent epidemic.
Do you mean like
everywhere?
People kind of being traumatized to read that material? Is that what you mean?
No, like not recognizing the signs of abused children and how every child is your child, like to protect. And if we're not but I can't remember exactly what her credentials were, but she's going to be really, really interesting and informative, I think, and helpful to help us be better, safer, or help be safe people for kids.
Yeah. That's key.
It really is. But
all right, and we've got each other, everybody.
We do. That's about it.
There's a lot of positive, a lot of bright spots right now that we're gonna cling to. All right, well,
okay, have a good night.
Like static.
Yeah.
All right, you guys have a great week, and we'll be back in your ears soon. And thanks for listening to the While We Still Can podcast. We love you.
Bye, guys.
Bye-bye.